morning, everyone. This is day 6 of our trip to Paris. Today is a special day. We're going to the Louvre, but it's Wednesday, meaning it is nocturne or the evening hours. So the Louvre is open until 10 p.m. on Wednesday. I strongly recommend when you go to the Louvre, you choose to go around 5 p.m. in the afternoon and spend a good 5 hours there. Trust me, after 5 hours, you are exhausted because it is massive. Before we go to the Louvre, we're going to spend some time at the Hunting and Nature Museum that's in the Marais Neighborhood, also known as the 3rd District. And then we're going to walk along the Rivoli street alongside of the Louvre. We're going to see the Hotel de Ville, City Hall for Paris, the main one, and the Vendome Plaza where they have all the Hoopla jewelers. So it's not a lot of walking. It's actually a very nice day today. It's a little breezy and cool, perfect. So we're not going to be roasting under the sun. And I realized that for the most part, for the videos that I've done for the first 5 days, you don't really see me a lot. I do talk, but you don't see me a lot. So I'm going to try to show more of me and the kids and the hubby and reaction. So just to reflect back on that day, yesterday we went to the opera and it was absolutely amazing. It was beautiful. It really was. See, most tourists don't go check out the opera. They go on the outside and don't go on the inside. I strongly recommend you do it. If you've watched the video already, you know what I'm talking about. It's kind of like a mini Versailles. It is absolutely gorgeous. So if you can't make it to Versailles, make it to the opera because it's very similar in terms of grandeur, I guess. It's not the same decor. It is obviously not the same time period, but it is absolutely phenomenal. We really loved it. Montmartre was very nice. Unfortunately, there's way too many tourists there, so, you know. And, oh yeah, I didn't mention that because I ran out of battery, but yesterday we went down Montmartre and we were supposed to end up in Pigalle and we just wanted to, you know, glimpse at the Moulin Rouge, and I took the wrong turn. We ended up all the way on the other side of the butte or the hill, the Montmartre hill. It was pretty far, okay? So we got lost. So things happen. Even somebody like me who lived in Paris will make mistakes once in a while. So that was kind of like the downer for yesterday, but otherwise the day was absolutely gorgeous. So it's 8:30 in the morning. We're going to have breakfast. We found a little cafe the other day. That's a bar tabac. It's basically like a bar with a little bit of a restaurant in it that also sells tobacco. We find that those places usually have the cheapest prices and also have the best coffee. So if you're a coffee addict, go to the bar tabac. You're gonna get some really, really good coffee there. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, look for places that have a cafe and this sign next to it that indicates that they also sell cigarettes and cigar. For some reason, I guess the smokers, who you will find are everywhere in Paris, like everybody smokes here. It's unbelievable. Everybody smokes. It's everywhere. And you can smoke outside both cafes too. So if you really like coffee, find places with this sign that also have a little restaurant attached. They usually are much better in prices, quality, and in particular the quality of the coffee, if you want a strong French coffee, than the regular brasseries. The brasseries tend to be expensive. All right, so we're gonna have breakfast and then we'll see you in the Marais. Bye. So we just got off the subway at Rue Rambuteau on our way to the Hunting and Nature Museum, and we are right here at the bottom of the Centre Pompidou, also known as Beaubourg. This is the Modern Art Museum in Paris. This is actually the back of it. I'm not gonna go there, to be honest. I think it's hideous. Half of Paris hates it, half loves it. It's one of those constructions that was very scandalous and controversial when they built it. I think it's just horrible. I mean, it's just my opinion. There's beautiful things to look at in Paris. This is a common street that's behind it. There's a big plaza over there, and behind it is Les Halles. My advice to you is not to go to that neighborhood. It's really not a good neighborhood, especially in the evening. There's a lot of pickpocketing going on, a lot of petty crime. Really not a good idea if you can avoid it, unless of course, you know, you want to go into a popular neighborhood and see the sights, but if you can avoid it, avoid it. Notre Dame all the way in the back over here. Right, okay, so here's Notre Dame all the way in the back over there, and we're going to take Rue Rambuteau and go up this way and then make a left on Rue des Archives where the National Archives are, and head out towards the Nature and Hunting Museum. What do we have here?
I don't know, something.
Oh, that looks like these are big chocolate puff breads. Praluline, they call them.
Yeah, it's coming on here.
It's basically like a bread with chocolate chips, and then those are rose petals and pralines that are covered in sugar.
I got a drink.
And of course macaroons. This shop here, La Mère de Famille, or the homemaker, specializes in calisson, and these are marzipan little candies with sugar coating on it. They are really good.
No, I didn't.
This is Rue du Temple. This is the heart of the 3rd district, also known as Le Marais. Very old neighborhood. You can see from the architecture and the narrowness of the streets. So Le Marais is one of the oldest neighborhoods of Paris. This is one of the neighborhoods that was not rehabbed during the Haussmann years when they created the great boulevards, the Galerie Lafayette, and of course the opera and all of that around the turn of the 19th century. So these actually saw the French Revolution. These are very old buildings. This is water. What they do is that the store owner opens up the valve right here, and the water comes out, right? And then it goes down the sidewalk like that. It helps push all the dirt, and then the store owners take the brushes, and then they dip their brush, the deck brush in the water, and then they wash the sidewalk with it. This is the National Archives. Of course, it has all of the original documents that you can think of related to French history. All the censuses from Middle Age times, every written document by kings and queens, ministers, bishops, you name it, everything related to the history of Paris and France is in here. So declarations of war, peace treaties, everything is in the National Archives. I'm going to cross the street so you can see it a little bit better. It is an old castle, an old fortified castle. I'm not sure what the original one was, but this is a pretty large building. So again, this is the side of the National Archives. Just want to show you this entryway here, because this is pretty old. It used to be known as Hôtel de Guise, and it was built in 1380. That's how old this is. So this is the Hunting and Nature Museum. It's in an old private residence. I'm not sure where the entry is. I think it's over there where the coach door is. And in Paris they call those hôtels, as in a hotel, but that actually doesn't mean that is a a hotel where you can sleep in. A hotel is a private residence. It's usually composed of a facade like this one, and then there would be a coach door with an in-your courtyard, and it was a private residence, so the entire building belonged to one person. Over the years they separated the buildings into different apartments. This one obviously is still a private residence but has the museum attached to it. It started as a private collection. I'll put all the links down below for the information if you want to check it out. So I thought this was a very interesting museum. There was a mix of modern stuff, modern art, with antique paintings, and of course the mounted animals. And now we are going towards the Hôtel de Ville City Hall, which actually is my favorite building in Paris. I absolutely love it. It's a Renaissance style, beautiful building. Now you can visit the City Hall if you want to. It's like a mini Versailles, really inside. It's really pretty. We're not going to do that today. We're just going to go there and go to the Bazaar de l'Hôtel de Ville, which is there. It's like a department store, a small scale department store. It's more practical than anything else, nothing fancy. We need to buy a few things there. There's a canteen, so we might have lunch there. They call it la cantine, which is lunch for school. You know, when you go to lunch, recess, that's what we call it in France, cantine. So there's a lunch place there, and once we're done, we'll go up the Rue de Rivoli. So follow us. So the Marais is a very nice neighborhood to just walk about if you have some leisure time. There's a lot of little shops. Some of them, of course, are very expensive. We just passed a shop that specializes in beading. You'll find chocolate makers, pastry makers, nice clothes. Of course, you'll find some leather goods. This is a primary school here on the left.
This place is nice. I like it.
This is pretty old as a building as well. You can see Beaubourg all the way in the back here. This is a store that specializes in accessories for dogs and cats. So we were walking along the Rue des Archives. Over there is the Bazaar de l'Hôtel de Ville, also known as the BHV. And then we just came across this, and it's a medieval cloister, so why not? So you can find all the high-end brand here, but they display them in a way that doesn't intimidate or overwhelm you. We're gonna check out the 6th and the 3rd floor. If only we can find the elevator. You can have a hamburger meat or chicken nuggets. Right?
Chicken nuggets.
You want that?
Yeah.
Okay. Edward, you can have fish, or you can have whatever you want.
Okay.
Look, guys, every single vacuum cleaner here is a Chariot. All right, these are the best. I don't understand why in the US we continue to have uprights. They suck. All right, let's see if we can find an upright. There is no upright. Upright is only for the little pick-me-up, you know, like for quick cleaning. That's it. And these are not even vacuums. They are steamers. Yep, Chariots only. Ugh, I'm disgusted. Too bad I don't iron, huh? Nice. Do you know what this is?
City Hall?
Yeah. Did Daddy tell you?
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you know this is Mommy's favorite building in all of Paris?
I thought the Eiffel Tower was that.
Nah. This is Mommy's favorite building in all of Paris. This is City Hall. This is the main city hall for the entire town. Now, each district has its own city hall, but this is the central one. So the mayor of Paris is in here. You can actually visit the building. It's not a daily visit. You can't just walk in and ask for tickets. I believe that they are open only twice a week during specific hours. This building is a Renaissance design, and it's pretty much characterized by all of its statues everywhere, and then a multitude of fireplaces and chimneys. It's almost like a mini Versailles inside. It's too bad the weather is not more agreeable. It's not raining, it's just a little chilly and gray. Otherwise, very, very nice. So now we're going up the Rue de Rivoli. The city hall is behind us, and it goes all the way down to Place de la Concorde, and of course we're going to pass by the Louvre, but we're again doing that in the evening. We are Rue Saint-Honoré. It's an old street, lots of very chic stores. I believe Hermès is all the way at the end, and it crosses Palais Royal and then leads directly into Place Vendome, where all the jewelers are. Here's some antique stuff. I don't know if we can really see it. I have a bad glare. There we go. Antique stuff, guys. Okay, more macaroons. They are everywhere in Paris.
I want.
And this right here was founded in 1716 à la Civette. This is the oldest cigar shop still standing in all of France. the big column you see over here is Place Vendome, and this column was made out of all of the cannons that were captured by the Napoleonic War. And all the way on top of it is Napoleon. Yeah, if you get to see the Place Vendome, stroll around, Schiaparelli is there, Christian Dior is there. It's very, very nice, but I don't know who can afford this stuff, like for real now. And the Ritz Hotel was just renovated, and it's right here on the left. That's the famous Ritz. So we have Fred Joyler, followed by, I can't read it that far, followed by Rolex over here. Schiaparelli is all the way in the corner, and then it's the Bell, and we have Boucheron, Van Cleef & Arpels, Chanel. That's not the original Chanel, but Chanel is there. Piaget, Chaumet, Hublot, Mikimoto, and Christian Dior right here. On the right is the Jardin des Tuileries, and on the left is the Louvre. And this is where we're going right now. It's 5:30 in the afternoon. The Louvre closes at 9:45 on Wednesday. This is the perfect time to see the Louvre. Let's face it, there is absolutely no way you can see the Louvre in one day. So you might as well just pick a wing or two you want to see. You want to include the Mona Lisa, you can do that. But you will never be able to see it in one day. It would take about a week to a week and a half to see the museum in its entirety. It is that massive. So relax, just pick a couple of wings. Maybe you want to see the Egyptian wing. Maybe you just want to see the Roman sculptures. Maybe you want to see the decorative arts and the Mona Lisa. Maybe you want to see the romantic painters. It's up to you, whatever your choice.
It's 6 or 4.
You can manage 3 or 4 hours and then get out. It's a beautiful view on the Tuileries Garden. You can see the Eiffel Tower in the background. The Musée d'Orsay is over there. This is where you'll find most of the Impressionist work. once you get to the bottom of the pyramid and you pass the big line, it's not hard at all to find out where to find things for the Louvre Museum itself. So the Richelieu wing is the wing that's on this side, and they clearly indicate with those pictures here what is in this wing. So you'll have the medieval art, some of the Mesopotamia and decorative arts. Right here is the Sully wing, that's the entrance. You will find the Venus of Milo, Ingres painting, and the Egyptian wing. And right here is the Denon wing, where you'll find the winged Victory or the Victory of Samothrace, as well as the Mona Lisa.